Whoa, 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 whoa! Before you click off this video, I want to let you know one thing, okay? Before we even continue with any discussions, I have a disclosure advised, okay? Alright? Do not pre-order this game until we see gameplay, okay? Do not pre-order this game until we see gameplay. I am just giving you a warning, okay? You can do with whatever you want with your money, but I'm just saying, do not pre-order this game until we see gameplay. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I woke up to a surprise today, to say the least. So Rockstar thought it was a good idea to go ahead and drop us some news, to give us some hors d'oeuvres, to get our palates wet for GTA 6 a day before the pre-orders go live. But there was one little detail that I did not like. And surprisingly, no, it's not the $80, though we will get to that. No, I think the biggest part about this entire endeavor that's happened today with Rockstar dropping this entire bombshell on the internet is one simple thing that I tend to talk about a lot. For some reason, Rockstar thought it was a good idea to let us know that when you go and buy a physical copy of GTA 6, a physical copy of the game, they thought it was a good idea to let us know ahead of time, hey guys, just in case you didn't know, but if you go to GameStop or wherever retail store you go to purchase your games, when you receive your game, it will not be the disc. And you know what, Rockstar? You should have kissed me. You wanna know why? I love to be seduced before I get fucked! Now this wasn't the news I wanted to wake up to. I want to be excited about GTA 6. I mean, just a few weeks ago, I was talking about how excited I am for this game, and I still am. Don't get me wrong. I'm still excited. Don't let my negativity spoil you. Don't let my negativity spoil your fun. Just hear me out from a consumer's perspective on why I think these business, like this stuff that Rockstar is practicing, is a bad idea. And yes, your ears did not lie to you, okay? I was not lying to you, okay? If you go and buy GTA 6 physically, when it comes out, there will be no disc in that case. It will be a code. It will be a digital code that you type into the PlayStation Store and download it digitally. Now, I have went over many times on this channel why I do not agree with digital-only purchases, especially for single-player games and even online games. Because when they take away physical media, they are taking they're taking away your rights to own video games, which I have expressed my frustrations with, especially with it starting with Nintendo not too long ago when they started doing the game keycard shit. But hey, you know what? You know what, Rockstar? I'll give Nintendo credit. At least Nintendo thought it was a good idea to at least give you something. No, Rockstar is so fucking petty that they can't even they don't even have the luxury of giving you a disc. A company that makes a bajillion dollars just by raising one finger half the time. You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me. And I know I want to love this game so much, and I do. I'm still so excited, but this kind of shit pisses me off, okay? Because I discuss these things all the time on this channel. I discuss these kind of issues overall. It's becoming a serious issue in the gaming industry now, where people are not allowed to own games that they purchase with their money. It makes no fucking sense to me. With that being the first thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, Rockstar doing their typical thing where they gotta shoot you in the scrotum every couple of months, just keep you active. However, it kept getting worse. So after the whole not being on the fucking disc, shebang, then it became the whole game being $80. Oh yeah, here we go. So the game is actually $80, which I like to say I said this was coming. Many people voiced their grievances about this. We all knew that the standard price for video games was going to go up after Nintendo pulled the trigger on that gun, and that's exactly what has happened. Now GTA 6 is asking people to pay $80. Now, honestly, this does not piss me off as much as the copy, the whole game thing, because let's be honest, games are getting very expensive to make, and this is probably one of the most expensive entertainment things to ever be made, and it's GTA 6, so $80 is really not that bad. Yeah, shockingly so. I'm not on the bandwagon of hating the $80 price tag, because at the end of the day, there were shittier games that were made by other companies that were being, at $80 itself. So Rockstar charging $80 for GTA 6, honestly, I'm not too mad about that. If that was it, then this video would be pretty short. It would be pretty short. I wouldn't have really much to say besides the whole, fuck you, Rockstar. You took away my kids and killed my mother. No, but then, of course, it gets worse, obviously. Then they decided to show off the Deluxe Edition. That's right, the Deluxe Edition. Something that barely anybody fucking buys, especially with this one, considering it's not even going to have the game in the first place. It's kind of hard to sell a Deluxe Edition. Well, something that's weird about GTA 6 and their Deluxe Edition is that it's not really a Deluxe Edition. It's more like they decided to cut some content from the game and decided to put it in a Deluxe Edition and lock it behind a paywall. So it's not really a Deluxe Edition. It's the full game, but a different price tag. So actually, GTA 6 is more along the lines of $100. Now, most of the things they showed off were pretty frivolous, to say the least. There was nothing too major. I am making a big hoopla about it, but it's really not that major of an issue. A lot of the things they show off that's for the Deluxe Edition of the game is really nothing too major, and I'm not too worried about it. There's a subsection of people on Twitter who are like going apeshit about it. They're going ballistic about it, but they're not attacking the physical games thing, which I think is like 10 times worse than the price gouging, but whatever, to each their own. However, I don't really have a big problem with it because I barely buy digital deluxe versions of games, and this will probably be the first game I buy in a long time, or no, not that. This is the first game I have bought in a long time, so I'm willing to probably drop the $100 to get the digital deluxe edition or whatever because it's GTA 6. What can I say? I'm a fan. At the end of the day, even though I'm mad, I'm very frustrated. I can't deny that I am at least still excited. However, though, I can also say that Rockstar has taken a steamy pile of shit on a lot of the things that I was getting really excited for, because I really did want to buy this game physically. I have never been able to go to a GameStop on launch day and buy a GTA game physically before. That's never happened. GTA 5 came out when I was a kid, and now that GTA 6 is coming around, it would have been nice to go to a GameStop and have that experience of getting a pre-ordered game that I was really excited for, coming home and popping it into the console like you used to do back in the day. Those things matter to people, and I see so many people that, well, everything's digital nowadays, so why do you care if games are physical or not? That's because games, in my opinion, are a different medium from music or television or books. Video games are different. In my opinion, at least. Video games are different. I could probably make a whole different video about this, and I have made, past videos about why physical media matters to me personally and why I fight the good fight to keep it around. All of this negativity aside, though, there are a few things that came out of today's announcements that were pretty nice, like some new screenshots that we got. I think Lucia and Jason look amazing. I think the screenshots of the city look amazing. Oh my god, it looks so fucking good. Like, holy shit, look at the braids on Lucia. Like, goddamn, look at this cut on Jason. It's so fucking cool. Like, there are generally some cool screenshots that they released today, and I'm glad they did, to show off the customization of what's going to be currently going on. We also got a sneak peek at potentially how the weapon system is going to work too, because it seems like in one of the pre-order bonuses there's two revolvers that are separate and they're attached to each character. So Jason has his own revolver and Lucia has her own revolver. So that's a little bit of an interesting thing. We might have a system in the game where Lucia and Jason not only have different characteristics, but they also have different loadouts. You might be able to equip different guns and different loadouts to each character, and maybe they even have guns that are catered to their character. There are some things that they showed off that were interesting me. They were raising the eyebrows a little bit, past the smell of dog shit, which is very apparent. But man, that fucking physical game shit, man, it blew me, man. It blew me, and it blew a lot of people too. I saw a Mutahar's video talking about this. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. I know a lot of people. It's a big divide in the community for people who do care about physical games and who don't. And I don't know what the future may look like, and I think digital media is winning, unfortunately. And you would think for a company like Rockstar, they could afford to do physical media. I mean, hell, I even heard that Cyberpunk, that pile of trash of game when it first came out, I heard that game had 3 discs. It had 3 fucking discs, because that's how much CD Projekt Red cared about their consumers. Unlike Rockstar. Though I will say Rockstar's greed is nothing new. If you're experienced with this channel, if you're experienced within the mythos of Rockstar and GTA, you would know that these predatory things have been going on for a long time, especially if you've been playing GTA Online. It's still very weird, though, that they're deciding to lock single player content behind a digital deluxe edition of the game. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. You know, locking stuff like that behind a paywall doesn't make any sense to me because it's a single player game. You know, buying a digital deluxe version of a online game and you get a bunch of cosmetics, sure, whatever, that's fine. Okay, cool. You know, at least it's not as expensive as like the other digital deluxe versions I've seen. I've seen digital deluxe versions of games, Ass Blaster, Cum Star editions go for $140, $150, you know. So 100 is really not that bad if you look at the grand scope of things. To say the least, though, I stand on my morals more than I stand for my love of Rockstar and GTA. And when they do stupid shit like this, it really pisses me off because I root for Rockstar. I like Rockstar. I am a shill for Rockstar, but I also have a spine. And I know bullshit when I see it, and I call it out when I see it. And what they're practicing with GTA 6 is only gonna, like, I don't want to be a Doom poster. I don't want to be one of those guys. I don't want to be one of those, oh, dude, gloom and doom. I don't really want to be one of those people. But it is scary that the biggest game of the century at this point, or decade even, is fixing to release, and within the next few months. And it's already doing shit out the gate before the game even comes out that a lot of people and a lot of consumers don't agree with, and that is scary. That is very scary because what is it gonna mean for the future? We don't know. So yeah, I'm worried about the future of gaming, but hopefully GTA 6 will be good. It looks good. It looks amazing. Maybe I even have a little bit of slither of hope. I still have a little bit of hope that maybe they'll do a physical release, but like an actual physical release this time, not, fuck you, Shadow gone, no disc inside the case. So, yeah, but that's all I had to yap about. GTA 6, hope it's good. It will be good. So, yeah. But that's about it. So, see ya.